I'm going to tell you why, in my own personal opinion, I think there should be an age gap between both men and women. Let's say roughly 10 to 15 years. Let me tell you why. Hold on, so I want to make sure I'm not dirtying my boots on some mud. Let me tell you why. And that all goes down to this, the idea that, and the truth that, in general, men and women, I can't look at you in the camera again because I don't want to tumble over anything on the floor. That'd be really unfortunate. Especially in the rain, it's quite wet. The weather's quite wet, so the floor's wet, muddy, puddy. You can only imagine. So I can't look at you, unfortunately. I'd love to sit down and talk to you about this topic, but everything's pretty much wet, so we're gonna walk and talk. But it's the words that matter, right? But yeah, the reason why I believe men and women should have a different age gap, ideally with the men being a few years older than the women, it simply goes down to the fact that I believe they both mature at different ages. Obviously, with men maturing a lot, less quicker than, a woman mature in the sense of the things that they want in life, I'll give you an example. And not even an example, no, it is an example. It's a fact also. Teenagers, cool, this is a perfect segment we can link to. The teenagers. High school. We know what happens to a girl in high school. We all know what happens when puberty hits. All the girls want them. I know all the girls want them. I've been there. Especially if they have a social media account, bro. She's gonna have tons of men just throwing themselves at her. Sorry. Yeah, back where you are. She's gonna have tons of women throwing themselves at her. Non-stop. And the thing is what that does, in a way, I would say, it kind of gives the women the experience earlier in terms of, attracting men. Because let's say from the age of 14, yeah, I'm telling you guys, it really does it goes to them ages, them young, tender ages, man. But let's say 16 just to round it up, just to be more safe. Let's say women turn 16, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, this coming from an 18-year-old, you're a typical 16-year-old, she's pretty hot. I'm gonna be honest. Will I go for a 16-year-old? Nah, I just wouldn't. I'm not even into dating right now, honestly. I'm just trying to put the money up. But I would even call you weird if you're like my age and you're into a girl 2 years younger than you. I mean, it's only 2 years. People make a big deal out of it. When more time you got like 17-year-old college girls dating a 24-year-old dude. You heard them stories. You all been that guy in high school. You heard the baddest girl in your school date the hot chick. That's like date a hot guy. I'm straight, so I'm not gonna say hot guy, but let's say it dates a handsome dude that's like 7 years older. You're sitting there in the corner like, damn man, that's a no chance. I know. That example is there to say women go up. And they go up because during that period, in like the high school period years, they're so used to getting approached. So they've had thousands of men throwing themselves at them. They had the opportunity, left, right and centre, to experience different men's personalities just for being beautiful. No, it's not their fault. They were born beautiful. It's a innate value most women have. But what that does to their brain, it makes them mature in the sense that their biological clock, they can only have sex with one guy. In the sense that if they did have sex with the guy makes the woman pregnant. Now the woman has to wait 9 months of a baby weighing her down, quite literally in a physical sense. I guess you could say mentally as well. Physical sense because obviously the belly's bigger. I imagine you're naturally going to gain some weight. Mentally because I can only imagine how taxing it is having a pregnant woman, being a pregnant woman. I'd compare it to having shit up your ass, but I'd never know. I maybe ask my mum, but it's like, just But yeah, it goes back to what I was saying. So, teenage women. Let's say you're 16 to 26 years old. Naturally, I'd be shocked if you didn't. Because assuming most women are pretty hot, I'm going to be honest. Especially in this day and age. Man, these women are stunning. And if you have a social media account also, you're going to get so many DMs from horny men. Whether they're high value or not doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you're getting men throwing themselves at you. It's going to mature your brain. You're going to really realise what you already want. Say when a woman gets to like 21 years old, she already knows Like, obviously, she can have as many other things she wants to do in terms of her purpose, but she really knows her core purpose. She probably knew this as a kid. I want to be a mother and have some kids. She probably knows that. Nothing wrong with that. It's normal. But from a man's perspective, most of us guys, like, yeah, when I was in high school and college, I attracted hot girls every now and then, but that barely happened, man. That barely happened in comparison to the frequency of how often women attract men. So with men, it's like, man, I haven't experienced enough women yet. I don't even know what type of woman I'm on. I didn't get to experience it. All good, man. From my perspective, it's like, man, like I was saying, I didn't get to experience all these women yet. Women aren't throwing themselves at me because men and women live in different timelines in terms of like physical attraction. I even say mentally also, because the woman already knows what she wants at 21. And there's a reason why women panic at 30. Because when a woman panics at 30, when a woman gets close to her 30s, she knows her sexual market value is going to decline. She knows she's not going to look as good as she was back when she was 21. It's not me shitting on women, it's just me saying the truth. That's why women panic. Because she knows beauty fades. Her value, her innate value will fade. The beauty is fleeting, it's temporary. So this is why most women tend to panic going to the age of 30. I say it really starts at 25 because honestly, I imagine most women at 25, they're probably thinking of having kids. I know me at 25, bro, I'm just getting started. I don't even want to have a chick. I'll probably date a few, but I don't even want to have a chick like that. No. Me at 25, hey, let's go on full throttle. That's the start of the great filter years, man. That's where I really knuckle down on business and whatnot and building more habits. I can't wait to be 25. But I say that to say, do you see where I'm coming from? I hope you can, in terms of how the male mind and the female mind thinks. And I'd even argue men don't start becoming actual men until they're at the age of 25. From a physical sense, they don't start looking like me until they're like 25. And I say that's the like first stage where they start attracting women. Some say 27. But I say somewhere to the mid to late 20 age. 30 is guaranteed to see me you're doing the right thing. I'm only talking about the people who actually work hard. Sorry. I do believe burping is disrespectful also. But we're outside in the wider open, so I don't see what's wrong with burping without covering my mouth. It's a big place, man. But yeah, that's why I believe men and women want different things at different ages. And I believe we should have a male age gap. Because yes, I tell you guys in my videos, when you find a woman, don't just look for a beautiful woman. Now you guys know me. And I said it on the video I literally just recorded. I think it was titled, there's something along the lines of nothing wrong being a virgin. And I told you in that video. But I want a beautiful woman, and I have no shame in saying that. I want a woman with a nice big ass, nice big tits, a big waist, small waist, and a pretty face. And I have no shame in saying that, and I'm gonna go for a woman like that. I know I am. And I already know future me has a woman like that. Alright, tick physical box ticked. The same way, and as much as women would want to deny it, all women would want an in-shape guy. They know it. They know it. When girls masturbate, now masturbation isn't good, but obviously I know there's probably times, and girls love to fantasize about shit. When they're fantasizing about getting fucked, they're not fantasizing about a fat dude doing it. I'm telling you, they're masturbating. No, they're fantasizing about an in-shape girl pounding her. I'm telling you guys. Guys, I'm on this guy. I never lie in my videos. Because when I masturbated in the past, obviously there's occasional days where I do it as well. I'm a human. I'm not an addict, but there are days where it's just like the sexual urge is too much. Get out of my brain. When I masturbate, I don't think of a fat chick. I think of a fit, in-shape chick with a nice body, so a big ass and big tits. That's what I think about. I'm humble enough to admit, and I have no shame. Golden, why do you do that, man? Golden, why do you tell these stuff about yourself, man? Why do you tell the world how you masturbate and jack off? You know why? Because I don't care what people think. Honestly, I don't care about being. My childhood, I'm so used to getting shitted on. When you get so used to getting shitted on, you're kind of numb to it. So you just say whatever. and you don't really care. This is why now I can approach women and not feel anything of it. I don't even feel scared when I approach women anymore. So I've been rejected so many times that let's go. It's normal. I don't get scared no more. But men and women want. I'm gonna end it off by saying this. Men and women. Yeah, this is the key segment of how I'm gonna end the video. Men and women want different things in life. And even if nothing goes to plan for a woman, because yes, I do believe a purpose of a woman is a lot more than just, having kids and whatnot. Obviously, she may want to do other things with her life, which is completely normal, and I understand that. Women are more than just their looks, so I understand that. But core value-wise, I feel like every woman has the innate desire, assuming they're not, brainwashed by society and, had their brain destroyed in a way via the media, who have the desire to one day want to have children. Nothing wrong with that, beautiful. And power to you, because I want a woman like that. So if everything doesn't go to plan, at least they always have a guaranteed option. They have a get out of jail card. A man will provide for me. So long as I'm beautiful and I take care of myself, someone will provide for me. That's what it's like for women. For men, it's not like that. It's not like that. And so, an innate desire of a woman is beauty. From a man's perspective, I'm speaking from my own personal experience. And like I said, I always urge that you look from within. At the same time, guys, you can have it both, man. Don't limit yourself. You can have a beautiful woman, looks-wise, and a good personality. It's out there. It's out there, man. It's going to be harder to find because you want to be exceptional. Assuming you're watching videos like these, I want to be exceptional. So I'd assume you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching me. To be exceptional, you're attractive, exceptional. As hard as it is to find, when you do find that high caliber, it's gonna be good, man. And you better hold her down. Not in that way. Hold her down as in keep. I don't even know where I'm going. I feel like I'm just jumping off of different topics as I always do. But yeah. I remember what I was talking about now. Like I said, yeah, beauty is a very valuable thing to men, and I think we should pursue that. Now, as we know, men are judged more than physical appearance. Like, even me now, I'm an in-shape guy. I'm 18 years old. I've been training for 5 years, doing calisthenics. Yes, I do attract women because I have a good physique, I'd say. And from what everyone else says, everyone else compliments me a lot. I look great in the mirror when I look at myself, so I think I look pretty good too. I'm 5'9" and about 83 kg. I'd probably say I'm like 50% body fat. I look good. But even then, men aren't judged by just looks like how women are. There's more to a man's value than just looks. So I got the look section ticked off, and I say I got a great personality, but there's many other factors that go into being a man, like providing and whatnot. Leadership, all this stuff, fatherhood skills. You can kind of learn to be a mother on the fly. As dad, you need to study maybe 5-10 years in advance before you get to that point. And it goes, I mentioned the values of what men and women value because, as I said, men value beauty. Most women have that young. Most women have that young. They're beautiful, very young naturally. And the things women value in men, yeah, you could be an outlier like myself, and I assume you may be one of them also, in the sense that you have the mentality, but the external things which are essential to raising a family aren't in place. This is why most divorces occur, I imagine, due to lack of financial stability. And so, you see where I'm going with this, guys. I'd really love to make eye contact with you guys, but I really need to see where I'm going. I can't wait for the winter to actually dim down a bit. So it's going to be a lot lighter during this time period in the morning. So it's about 6:30ish, I'd imagine. When it gets to like spring period, it'll be the same time, but a lot shinier, so I can actually record and not have to use torch all the time. Because I don't want to record and give you guys shit camera quality. You guys are worth more than that, man. Still good. But yeah, you saw where I'm going with that. You value different things, and me as a man, sorry if I'm repeating myself. I'm telling you, when you say a lot of words, it just kind of floods your brain, you just forget what you're saying. But yeah, men value beauty, and the younger women have that. And the things women value in men, it takes a long time to build. So this is why I don't see no shame of a young man, an older man pursuing a younger woman, because let's be honest, let's say you lot, I checked my YouTube analytics, so the majority of you guys who watch me are from about 18 to 24. I think it's really good because we can relate to each other, and I'm going to make videos until I die. So let's say I die about age 100. You guys are going to grow up with me, so we'll be able to relate. The majority of my audience are men, so that makes it even better because the topics I talk about are based on men. So you can relate, and you can relate to what I'm about to tell you right now. I'd assume you were like me. You weren't the hottest. You even. I don't even say you're good looking. Like, obviously, you weren't ugly, but you're probably average looking like myself. You probably saw the hot chicks and you're like, man, I really want to get that chick, man. She just wasn't interested in you. She was going for all of the famous popular guys in the school. At least I was like that. Don't get me wrong, I attracted the occasional hot chicks, but it barely happened, so I don't think it's worth bragging about. The fact that it did happen it was pretty nice. It shows me what's possible, but in general, I don't really attract the hot chicks like that to the frequency the popular kids did. And it's like when you're a teenage guy, you're your early 20s, your mid-20s, you see all the hot chicks, but they don't want you because you don't have your life figured out. And this goes back to the values I said, what women value more than just the looks as a man. Sure, you can get a date or two, but she wouldn't cuff you down. I'd imagine the majority. Obviously, there's the outlier who will walk thick and thin. But this ain't the 60s. It very rarely happens nowadays, unfortunately. The day one girl, so, you know, that's how it is. From a men's perspective, did I say what it's like from a men's? Wait, yeah, from a men's perspective now, it's like, yeah, we know, and this isn't to say there's women are ugly at 30, 40, 50, but naturally we know they're not gonna look the same, man. They're not gonna look the same. So that what we value, and yeah, like I said, there's always more value to beauty, and a woman can have as many traits, but we're always gonna put beauty on the top. We're always gonna put beauty on the top. I know why, well. Not in the sense that I'll devalue her other good traits, but I want a beautiful woman as well. I don't just want an ugly woman with bad person, with good personality. You can have both, man. Don't limit yourself. That's what I'd probably say. We like to shame. So we say when a woman dates an older guy, chooses to date another guy, we'll say it's nothing wrong with that, and I believe there's nothing wrong with that also. So why when a man dates a younger woman, we shame the man? Do you see where I'm going with this? It's like, it's the same thing. You praise the woman for an older guy, she wants an older guy, but when the man wants a younger guy, a woman, you shame the guy, but they kind of need to, I can't put into words, you see where I'm going with it? So I'm not seeing no shame. My personal opinion, women tend to be most beautiful from, well, as an 18-year-old now, I find a lot of girls around my age attractive. Let's say like 16, 19, whatnot. But obviously when I get older, I'm not going to want girls from that age range. So I feel like it's too far of a gap in terms of maturity. Let's say 2023, then, I don't even know. Let's say like, look at him. Let's say 2023, age-wise, obviously they're in that peak. But even then, from my own personal experience, well, not experience, opinion, because I'm not going to have kids till I'm like 37, 38, 39, whatnot. So I'm talking late 20s. Yes, there is the outlier. I'd imagine in a lot of like Eastern countries, it's very common for them to, you know, cuff up, get married early at that age and whatnot. But when I'm 39, honestly, I'd probably say the hottest group of women are from about 25 to 29. You don't know why? Because they've been humbled as well. I feel like a lot of teenage girls in a school sense. I'm only talking from my experience. Like, yes, there's a few diamond in the ruts here and there, but in general, from my experience in school, a lot of the hot girls around my age now, they're just hot, but they got nothing else going on with them. So a lot of these girls are annoying. From my experience, a lot of the hot girls in my college are really annoying. They're hot, but their personality stunk. They gossip, talk shit about people. Not saying everyone's like that, but in general, that's what I saw in college. But it's like when you get a lot older, they've been humbled. They've worked a few 9-to-5 jobs. They probably worked in the office for like 6 years. They knows how shit and how hard it is to make money. as a guy, so she'll appreciate someone, yourself, say in your 30s and whatnot, who struggled also and managed to put himself into a position where you're able to live a life of freedom. I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire, but we're making some good money, a purposeful business. We're actually helping people, not scamming anyone. You know, she's gonna appreciate that more because she's worked the shit jobs. Best case, yeah. If I had to say most attractive women, not on paper, I'd probably say women are most hottest at like early 20s, I'd say. But when I'm in like my late 30s, I'd probably go for a woman that's in her mid to late 20s. Because at that age, I'd say you're at an age where, for women, I'd imagine, you worked a few shit jobs, you know, it's like you've been humbled, you realise how hard it actually is to make money. You're no longer, hopefully not, but assuming most women are, you know, have this set notion of, I don't need a man, you know, whatnot, influence from rappers and whatnot. You actually realise how hard it is to make money, so you can actually appreciate a guy. And at that age, women tend to start thickening out physically as well. Their boobs are bigger, their ass is bigger. This is like bro science stuff, but I feel like it's a sign of like, oh, you haven't had sex yet, you've got a child yet. Let me make you thicker, a man's gonna want you. Let me make your boobs bigger. Let me make your waist smaller. Let me make your ass bigger. Let me give you a prettier face, a man's gonna want you. Same with a man. Man, you haven't had sex? I believe when a man gets to like 25 years old, his body's just gonna fill out a lot more. Like with me, I have a lot of trouble bulking. I feel like I have to try really hard. I feel like when I hit 25, it's gonna be like boom, extra muscle out of nowhere. Didn't even have to try. Body's like bam. Body's like, man, you're 25, you're still a virgin? It's like, nah, man, we gotta attract you. Let's make you more physically attractive. Let's make you look a certain way. Let's increase your mindset naturally, so people take you more seriously. It's bro science, and I feel like the older you get, naturally, and this is common sense as well, but life will just put things to make you more attracted to the opposite sex. That's my take. I hope the video made sense. But yeah, this is why I think men, I can actually look at you now because I'm gonna end it off here. This is why I think men and women should have a 10 to 15 year age gap. Some probably aren't gonna have kids at like 37. I think that's when men peak in terms of like physical attraction and just all things across the board. And that's from suffering your 18, your teens and 20s. I'm probably gonna have a child at like that age, because at that age, not to say all my goals will be completed, but majority of the major goals. And men take a lot longer to peak in terms of attraction in comparison to women. Men probably peak about like nearly 20 years later. So I'm probably gonna have my children at like 37, 39 when men are most attractive. You see all the time in like Hollywood and whatnot, all of the attractive men and like male actors, bro, they're really attractive. I'm a heterosexual male, but even I can admit there's some handsome dudes and they get most of the women. And then you see them when they're younger, not very handsome, you know. So I think this to be a 10, 15 year age gap. I don't see what's wrong with me being like 37 years old. I date and I marry a beautiful, sophisticated 27-year-old woman. I don't see what's wrong with that. They're both at a mature age. You're at the age where a woman probably wants a child at 27. And man's at the age where he's 37. He wants to have a child also. Now, like I said, I believe you should date in your 20s a lot. So you're so used to attracting all these women, and then you get to the point where, so when you're like 37, you're like, okay, I know what I want now. I don't find it seducing. I don't get easily pulled when a beautiful woman show me choosing signals, because I experienced it in my 20s and a few years into my 30s. I know what I want now. It's like that for men, but it just happens at a lot later age in comparison to women, because they're so used to getting approached at, you know, their teens and their early 20s. So they know what they want now because they experience all these different personalities of men. So they know what they want. For men, it just happens a lot later. And yeah, I know. Like, I'm going to keep putting that disclaimer. Yeah, it's more to just looks, but I'm telling you, trust me, looks play a big factor. Looks play a big, big factor as well. You need to be attractive, man. You can have it all. Don't look at yourself. I'm going to have a baddie woman. I'm baddie. Yeah. Anything else I have to say? Honestly, I think this video is pretty good. Usually I always think my videos are bad, after I called it, then I watched it. Oh man, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty insightful. The only thing I would change with this video is I wish I had made more eye contact with you in this video, but due to the state of the time right now, it's pretty dark. I know my video's in grayscale mode, but in London right now it is pretty dark. It is pretty dark. So if without this torch, you wouldn't even be able to see my face. So you know, that helped a lot. But yeah, that's why I think it should be a 10-15 year age gap. Some women mature even earlier, you know. So I even see what's wrong with a 22-year-old married and a 38-year-old. Bro, it's been done. And so long as they're happy, who gives a fuck about your opinion? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I have to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's to each their own. We're all men here. We don't have to argue like barbarians. But yeah, that's why I believe there should be a few age gap between men and women. Men being older, because I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. And I have no shame in admitting it. So that's me. Yeah, I'll probably be like 37, late 30s. Probably go for a woman in like mid to late 20s. That's me. Peace.